Good day and welcome to our podcast, Elevating Today. My name is Aakash Patel and I'm the founder and president of Elevate Inc. We are a strategic business consulting firm founded in the Tampa Bay area in 2012. We've been assisting companies in and throughout the area with community outreach, business development, and social media marketing. We are so excited to have one of our clients and friends, Tony Braswell of Gale Healthcare, on our show today. You're going to learn so much about him and his mission and his passion for entrepreneurship. Before we start, I want to highlight one of our clients, V Summits and Stan Liberatore. Our client, V Summits, has adapted to the COVID-19 pandemic by providing an alternative to in-person events so businesses can continue to thrive and interact with others. V Summits has created a remarkable user-friendly platform that allows for gatherings of any size to occur virtually. These gatherings range from conferences, lectures, and social experiences. The experienced team at V Summits will help you lay out your event, work with your team on ideal graphics, and allow attendees to make sure they're there in person, including networking opportunities. They provide full tech support, marketing strategies, and will help promote your events. We're thrilled to have them as a client, and if you have any suggestions on how we can improve our podcast, please give us a call or shoot us an email at info@elevate-inc.com. Thanks so much, and we'll start the show. Good day and welcome to our podcast at Elevate Inc. today. My name is Aakash Patel, president and founder of Elevate Inc. And we want to really appreciate your time and look forward to our guest today. Our guest is Tony Braswell, CEO of Gale Healthcare. Tony, thanks for being on today.
Thank you for letting us come on today. I mean, we really appreciate the time to tell you about Gale.
And Tony, a lot of people have heard Gale Healthcare all over town. You're just a finalist for the Small Business of the Year Awards. Congratulations. We'll touch on that in a little bit. But for those who haven't heard of Gale Healthcare, tell us a little bit about yourself first and then how you came into this business.
Well, I came in Tampa in 1986, right out of college, and I got into the healthcare staffing business. And staffing is one of those things that you have about 100 nurses and you call them all day, 24 hours a day. And I did that for years. And one day I'm in the office, meeting another guy, just two employees. And my son was a freshman in college at UF. And at the end of the day, we're tired of calling nurses. And I get an email from Amazon that he just bought a bottle of ketchup. I looked at it, kind of irritated actually. And I was like, well, how much could it cost to deliver a bottle of ketchup? Now, if it happened today, it wouldn't concern me. I wouldn't even notice it. But then I was like, oh my God. So I called him up. I said, son, did you just buy a bottle of ketchup? He goes, yeah. I said, why? He goes, well, I need ketchup. I said, are you being silly? Nobody orders ketchup on the internet. He goes, Dad, I need ketchup, free delivery, have it tomorrow. And as I stood up, the other guy in the office that works 24 hours with me looked at me and said, well, that was fun. I said, what? He goes, I just spent 45 minutes to get two nurses to go to work. So I looked at the phone, I looked at him, I said, we're doing this wrong. And we built Gale. And that's where we are today.
What year was that?
That was February of 2016.
Now, when you researched, when you start a business, and I want to talk about your business background as well, but there's a lot of things that other people have tried. What sets you apart from your competition?
Well, first, I don't think we have any competition, and I don't even look at competition every day. We're here every day to solve a problem, and I don't think and don't believe that we are the only solution. There's not one solution. Today in America, we're 1 million nurses short. What that means is don't get sick. We've got to solve that problem. What we did was we built a platform, a marketplace, so to speak, that allows more nurses to work more shifts. I can't create more nurses. That's something we might try to do in a few years, is actually create nursing schools. But right now, what I can do is take nurses and have them work more shifts. Competition, they're trying to solve the same problem but different ways. So we're all attacking the same problem. We're just kind of doing it differently. So I don't really look at competition like, oh, it's not McDonald's and Burger King where we're making both the same cheeseburger. So I don't really have to worry about that.
Is it fair to say you're the Uber of nurses?
We are 100% the Uber of nursing. Today, right before I came, I checked, and we're 31 nurses short of 21,000 nurses. Wow. So we will probably hire that today, or if not for sure tomorrow, because we hire about 25 to 30 nurses a day. And so it's pretty exciting to have almost 21,000 nurses using our technology. And that came from 4 years ago, 100 nurses.
What do you attribute to your fast growth? From 2016 to 2020, that's quite a jump.
We attacked the problem violently. It has to be done. We come to work every day, and we don't talk about how much of revenue we're producing. We talk about how many people we're taking care of. That's what we talk about every day, is how many patients did we serve yesterday. And we're really close to 17,000 patients a day being touched by one of our Gale nurses. And that 17,000 will go to 20,000, 25,000. It's just people are going without care in America. That's just not the America I want to live in. Nurses are quitting, and we're short staff 1 million nurses today. Nurses are quitting because they're getting burned out. Forget COVID. This is before COVID. Now, you add COVID to that, okay, that's a whole other nightmare. But nurses that could work, should work, that you need to work are quitting because they're just burned out. So our technology tries to solve that problem so no nurse works short. That's the first and foremost. So when a nurse goes to work, she knows she'll have enough staff to do a good job. And then patients will get the care they deserve, and then it's a win-win. And then we make money. So it's the third thing we look at.
And I don't think anyone can prepare for a pandemic like COVID, but talk us through what happened in March with your business, because you were already technologically advanced, but what happened in your mindset?
It was crazy. I talked to my brother who lived in New York, and he said, it just happened. And I was on a call with FEMA, actually, and FEMA said they were expecting 2.5 million people to die in the next 30 days.
Wow.
That was a real phone call. I go out into my office, and we have 150 employees, 75, 80 of them worked in the Tampa office, and we're like, we got to send them all home today, now. I mean, it was a Thursday. I will never forget this. It's like a 9/11. You knew where you were at when it happened.
Right.
Walked outside, everybody go home. We had a meeting. Guys, this is real. Let's go home. The problem is I've got 1,000 nurses a day working that I've got to keep track of and coordinate and pay, because now we need nurses more than ever. So basically what we did, within a 12-hour period, we sent home 80 employees, set up at home, and we never slowed down because we're a 24-hour-a-day company. And through technology, it works, and it works phenomenally, and we'll probably keep it like this for a long time to come.
So did people then reach out to you, or what was it like?
Yeah, facilities started calling like there was no tomorrow. We had like 1,000 facilities nationwide contact us over days because all of a sudden they needed staff, because nurses were scared to go to work. So they were needing staff because those residents in these facilities, these patients in these hospitals, they're not leaving, so they still need the care. So all of a sudden it was like a world war, and we had to convince nurses to continue to go to work, and they did, which was amazing, because a lot of these people, they became nurses not to get rich, because it's their passion to help. So it was amazing, Aakash. I had a nurse call me up. I'll never forget this. I'm laying in bed because she just called me. It was Sunday morning, and it was kind of early, and she showed up at a facility, no PPE equipment. Mm-hmm. She was the only nurse there, and she goes, there's 5 positive patients on the floor I've got. There's no equipment, there's no gloves, there's no nothing. What do I do? I said, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I can't tell you to stay because this is serious, because we didn't know what COVID was going to do. Was this a life? I mean, those patients are still, they can't leave, you can. I said, just let me know what you decide, because I'll support you whatever you do. That woman stayed. That's what I'm talking about. That's what nurses are. So when COVID happened, yes, some nurses stayed home and didn't work because they've got small kids they were scared of, but a lot of my staff went to work like they never had before. That's what nurses are. They're the firefighters every day, rushing to a fire every day. Firefighters are important, but they don't have fires every day. Nurses rush to facilities every day because there's a fire every single day, every shift. So it's not every day, it's 3 times a day they rush there. And it's amazing what they do. So what we're trying to do is create a platform to allow nurses to work more. The average nurse in America is a 44-year-old single female with 2 kids. So we pay her daily, every day. So if that nurse goes to work today, I will pay her within an hour of her getting off work. That's a game changer. That's every day. Christmas, we'll pay people 3 times Christmas Day. So that's what Gale allows, is nurses to work when they want, like Uber. I can work whenever. I can leave here and go be an Uber driver for a couple hours if I wanted to. It's phenomenal.
We'll give you 5 stars.
Oh, yeah, no, it's phenomenal, yeah. Well, yeah, we do that, rating of the nurse and stuff like that. So the nurse can now work whenever she wants to work, get paid same day, and it's a game changer. And so the nurses that do, think about it, facilities are 2 nurses short. Right. They're either going to have 80 patients to take care of, or 2 nurses show up, get paid same day, and everybody has a complete staff, and it's a win-win for everybody. So that's what we do.
So when you're talking about your career, was there a first responder or a specific nurse or just what attracted you to this industry? Because I mean, you could have chosen any industry theoretically.
Well, I came out of college with a computer science background, and I did it for 5 years. And actually, what happened is I got cancer, and they told me I was going to die. I was single and probably deserved to die.
Sorry, what kind of cancer?
I had testicular cancer, and didn't know guys could get testicular cancer. And I was just a young, stupid kid just trying to have fun in Tampa. And it changed everything. I mean, what it is today's a gift. And nursing, so I was a cancer, I went through all that, and I'm still here today kicking, so obviously it worked. And I actually went back to St. Joseph Hospital and did volunteer work there at the ER. Tried to do an oncology ward, but I couldn't take it because of, it's just, emotionally, it was surprising because I can take anything. I couldn't take it. So I did the ER, which was phenomenal. And I recommend people to do that. I'm not sure if you can do it now with COVID, but I did it and when I could, and it was phenomenal training. But nursing, patient care, I mean, I get paid to help people.
Right.
What a great job. If you talk to most people, they want to say, well, what do you want to do in life? Help others. You help a lot of people. But I figured out a way to get paid to help other people. It was phenomenal. So, I mean, I would do this free. It needs to be done. Somebody's got to do something. And one day I'll be a patient again, and there'll be a short staff of nurses, and somebody's going to say, well, why don't somebody fix this? This is America. And I'm trying to fix it. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, recently I was on a call with our community college president here at Hillsborough Community College, Dr. Ken Atwater, and we were talking about how nursing in the community college level has become a more attractive profession for people to study for the 2 to 4 year degrees. Are you actively going to the educational institutions and saying, let's fix this shortage? Because a million nurses is a shortage, it's a lot.
Yeah, I know. No, today I'm not, because I need a nurse with at least a year's experience, because when I send them in, they've got to know what they're doing. We're talking about creating Gale Ed, and that's will create new CNAs, which is a 40-hour training class, LPN, RN program, online classes, stuff like that. 'Cause at some point, you know, you got to quit complaining about what the problem is and start working towards a solution. We need more nurses.
Right.
Okay. Well, we have to get in that business to do that then. So if no one else is going to do it, we will have to do it. And that's what the plan is over the next couple of years, is to actually start creating deeper Gale Ed and creating more nurses.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about, you know, your Tampa community, your home. This is where you have 70 to 80, you said, employees here.
Yeah, probably more than that today.
And talk about why Tampa? Because everyone just wants to know, you could go anywhere.
I could go anywhere. I mean, United States, I mean, especially now with our technology, we literally have people working all over the country, so I could move tomorrow anywhere that has internet. I choose to be in Tampa because, I joke about it, but it's true. I live where everybody wants to vacation at. I mean, we laugh, but it's true. I mean, Tampa, we have the sports, we have the great,
beaches.
No taxes. You know, it's just like, why do you live anywhere else?
Right.
We talk to people everywhere. It's raining, snowing. We live in Tampa. We could leave here and go, kayaking a day. I mean, Tampa's the best. I mean, it really is.
So the community, I know last couple weeks ago, we were with Mayor Castor and talking about the expansion of the business. I mean, your community and your employees are your family. You treat them like family.
They are family.
Talk about your culture in your business.
Well, I tell everybody every time I have a call with them weekly, I'm honored anybody wants to work for my company. I've had jobs I didn't like. We've all had jobs we don't like. I don't want to have a company where people, oh God, I got to go to work tomorrow. Oh, I got to do this. We're trying to solve a problem. And our culture is about finding people that want to solve that problem. If you want to make money, you won't fit in with our culture. We never talk about that. It's not like Wolf on Wall Street where everybody's talking about their checks and stuff like that. We make a lot of money. We have a lot of people that make good money, but no one's there for that reason. It's about finding a community like nurses to solve the problem. So that's what we look for. And we're hiring people literally every day. I had 3 interviews yesterday. We need 200 more people. I'll hire them in Tampa. I'll hire them wherever I find the right person at, because we can work remotely now. But our culture is more about, I tell them every time I talk to them, I'm honored you want to work for our company. I'm honored, because they can work anywhere, let's be honest.
Right.
And my job is to create a place that people want to work at, not that, oh, I got to go to work. Oh, I hate that place. So it's really about the culture of helping other people. And that's what we've built, from 2 employees to about 180 today.
And I want to ask you about giving back, but I also want you to share a story you shared with me about a couple folks that had some financial constraints during this pandemic, and you went out of your way to give back.
Well, we do it every day. I mean, I sit in the green room. I've just got a nurse in one of our markets. She's homeless, and she's testing COVID positive. I mean, this has just happened. I don't even know the details yet. We can't just say, well, it's not our problem. We do this every day. We help our nurses every day, loans, advances. Nurses pass away, and we've paid for funerals and stuff like that because those nurses are our family members. We do it every day. We have to. It's not good business, but that's not what it's about. I get in trouble for doing it because it's like, well, you're a business, you're not a charity. Yeah, but that's what life's about. Doing to others as you'd have them doing to you is what we kind of focus on. So every day we help, because again, our nurse is a single mom with 2 kids. I can't tell you how many cars, payments we've made, tires, grocery, lights. You just have to. And that's what it's about. Like I said, I make a living by helping people. What a great job.
So people are watching you right now, and they love your passion. I mean, it's energizing. It's actually refreshing because you meet a lot of business leaders that have different measures of success, and yours is about giving.
Yep.
Where does that come from? Did you have a mentor? Did you have an experience? I mean, was it
my cancer.
Okay.
I mean, today is a gift. That really is a gift. And I tell everybody, I was blessed with cancer. You should hope to get something like that happen in your life because today is a gift. I was told I'd never have kids. Well, my son works for my company.
Yeah.
And
it's a great job.
It was an eye-opening, like, well, people die every day. Mm-hmm. Well, what did you do? COVID right now, everyone's living in fear, okay? And it's something to be concerned about, but I don't know if I'm gonna live in fear over it because I could die in a car accident today. So it's what we do with our time. Some people live to be 100, some people live to be 20, some people live to be, whatever God wants them to be. So it's what you do in that time. So I'm very passionate about it because I don't know how much time I've got. If I knew I had 100 years, okay, maybe I wouldn't be as passionate, but I live today trying to get every ounce of this life I can because somebody's gotta do something. And that's what I'm just trying to do. Is something to change, to make the world. So when I'm dead and everyone forgets about me, then I made a difference.
Right.
That's what it's about.
And you were just doing a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society.
Yep,
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we still are. We have 20,000 nurses that are working every day. So we went to them and said, look, give us $1 for every shift that you work. It adds up to be a lot. And then we'll match up to $10,000. And $10,000 is a lot of money, but it's not enough of money because they said they're 200 million short this year. 200 million short because of COVID. So cancer is important to me because it did change my life, and it is important. And I've lost a lot of friends with cancer. And I mean, like recently, we had a few friends that passed away in their early 50s with cancer. So yeah, it's terrible. So we can do something. That's what we're trying to do, just kind of give back a little bit. And it allows nurses to give it. It's $1. Every time you work, we'll take $1 out and we'll match it. How hard is that? But it adds up when you have 1,000 people a day working.
And congratulations, we're showing a picture on the screen right now of you and the mayor talking at the Small Business of the Year Awards. You were recently recognized by the Tampa Bay Chamber. What was that experience like for you, being a finalist for all those people?
It's funny because we come to work every day trying to solve a problem. And sometimes it's nice to look back and let other people realize, oh, hey, this is actually pretty cool. And it's like doing this show. It's like, okay, we're doing something. We know we're doing something special every day. And it's nice to let other people know it and kind of say, hey, yeah, you're doing something nice. So for the people that work there every day, not so much for me, but for all the 180 employees there, that they understand that the community thinks we're doing something good too. And sometimes it's nice to take a moment to say, yeah, we are doing something kind of special.
Well, I think that the recognition, the video, you did a great job in there. We'll show it as well. So it's 2021. Let's say forget about 2020.
Yep, please.
Where is Gale Healthcare going to be in 5 years from now?
We will double. We will hire 60 more recruiters, 60 more people, most likely here in Tampa. We'll double our hiring of nurses. That's the whole key for us is to hire nurses. So we'll go from 21,000 today to about 40,000 nurses a year from today. The beautiful thing about Gale is we track how many patients we touch, like I said. So that's 17,000 patients today. We'll double that. That's 34,000 patients a day being touched by a Gale nurse. That's what 2022 is going to end like, or 2021. 34,000 patients every day are getting touched by a Gale nurse.
It's amazing.
You can sleep good at night.
Yeah.
The problem is it's not enough. So I don't need 20,000 more. I need 80,000 more. We need 1 million more. So what I'm trying to actually do, Aakash, is get, I know it sounds big, silly, but it's not. If you get, we need 1 million people. The average nurse that works for me works 3 times. So all I need is 333,000 nurses working 3 times. That's the 1 million nurses we're short. So, well, that's a big number. Well, not with apps, not with technology. I mean, you can just create an app and have 1 million people sign up in days. So we're just trying to get the awareness out to come sign up, get paid whenever you want to get paid, work once a year. We'll take that. I don't need nurses working every day. We'll take that. So it's whatever that nurse needs and wants. We have a platform that allows them to do it, and then more patients who are taken care of. And more nurses quitting to be nurses. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yes, I would assume that the hospitals that you're working with, and I'm all over the nation, the hospitals really need your service. Are they partnering with you?
They're begging for our service. The problem is no one likes change.
Right.
That's the hardest thing. In the 4.5 years we've done this, I've gone home 3 times and told my wife it can't be done. Because I'm trying to tell the nurse to do something different. Because think about it, you got 20,000 nurses, they all want to call. How big a call center do you need? Yeah. You can't. Sweetie, you can't call me like that. What I need you to do is submit things through the app. The facilities, well, we're short-staffed. I know hospitals today that have 100 open shifts a week, 100. Okay, well, I can tell you stories you don't want to hear, but we don't want to change. We just want to fix it, but without changing anything. Okay, well, turn the TV on. They got driverless cars coming, drones. This is changing. So you can continue to say, well, we're not going to change, and you'll continue to work short. Or you can say, okay, that doesn't work anymore. Let's do something. Let's try something differently. We use Uber. We use Amazon. I mean, think about it. When I was a child, my mom said, don't you ever let a stranger in your car. Don't you ever pick up. But I'll call my wife and say, just take an Uber and meet me. I'm telling my wife to get in a car with a stranger. I mean, that's so against what but we do it every day.
It's convenient.
Technology's here. It's not going away. It's just like, I'm buying stocks on my phone with apps, touching a button. In the old days, you had to call a broker and place an order and call him to sell it. And, we laugh at that. In the old days, I'd call your house and get a busy signal. Now I just text you instant. Things have changed. So the facilities, they're so busy being short-staffed that they don't want to take a break and say, okay, how do we fix this next month?
Right.
Because we're worried about today, 7 to 3. Oh, and then 3 to 11 today. So it's just educating the facilities like there is a solution, but it's not the way you've always done it. And that's the hardest thing.
That's got to be tough. So now people watching this are the business community that might be involved in a hospital system or involved in healthcare. What can they do to help Tony and Gale Healthcare succeed?
Help us educate the facilities that there is a solution. I wish the answer is we need more nurses. That's the answer.
Okay.
That the community gets involved in creating. If we wanted to go right now and be nurses, we probably couldn't get in nursing school. That's the problem.
Because there's not enough slots
there's not enough teachers.
Not teachers, okay.
That's the problem. So you need to have a PhD in nursing to be a teacher. Okay, well, great. But how many PhDs in nurses do we have? So if I wanted to be a plumber, I have to go find someone with a PhD in plumbing to teach me how to be a plumber. No, I need an apprenticeship to teach me how to be a plumber. If I want to be a computer science coder, which I was, I needed someone with a PhD in computer science to teach me. But nursing has gotten to the point where I need a PhD in nursing to teach me how to be a nurse. That's not the answer. Okay, great. If that's the answer, let's create PhD programs and let's get a lot of people in that program. But we're not. So that's the problem. The solution is we need more nurses. I need more training. We need to be in high schools finding out the nurses that could be a nurse and then get them in those programs. Most colleges, they take 40, 50 students a semester. We're 1 million people short. How many people are retiring? The numbers aren't adding up. The baby boomers are getting older. Forget COVID. We need, if we're just going to say we're 1 million nurses short, okay, we can fix that. No, we're going to be 2 million nurses short in a few years. Now we're talking about serious problems. So the answer for the business community is we have to come together and say, let's create more nursing. And then that way we have more nurses. That's the answer because the baby boomers, I'm the last generation, 1964. Hopefully but as we get older and sicker, there's no nurses to take care of us. And that's what we have to do as a community. Come together, create more nursing students, classes, teachers, or don't complain there's a problem.
Now, recently we had an election.
Yep.
And so politically, I mean, this is a national issue. It's national shortage.
National shortage.
What do you say to elected officials that call you for support or even ask you for your vote? What can they do? What can Congress do? What can state reps do?
They can do a lot. So 2 years ago when we had a hurricane come through Florida, FEMA contacted me and said, we need all your nurses. I said, great. Where do you need them at? We don't know yet. The storm's not hit yet. I said, great, okay. Because I got, at the time, probably 15,000 nurses. Where do you need them at? We don't know. Where do you need them at? We don't know. How long do you need? We don't know. I said, well, what do you know? We just know a hurricane's coming and we're going to need a lot of help. Okay, call me when you know something, okay? What we have to do is, through technology, it's like an Amber Alert, I can communicate with, there's 6 million nurses in the United States. We need to talk RNs, LPNs, CNAs, everybody. We need all those people on technology so we can communicate with them all simultaneously and we can direct people as we need to instantly. Compared to the old days, calling, busy signals, answer machines, emails, it's not efficient. What the politicians can do is say, okay, here's the problem, this is where we are today, and where do we need to be 6 months down the road, a year down the road, because we will have another hurricane. It might be Mobile, Alabama, it might be Tallahassee, it might be Tampa. We need to be able to communicate instantly. Well, all those people need to get paid. Right. So if I have all these nurses show up in a place, great, but how do we pay them? Well, we can do that. That's what we do. We know how to pay. I do payroll 3 times a day and pay over 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 people a day. We can do that because it's not just sending nurses there, but you got to pay them. And You first have to identify what the problem is. The problem is we're short-staffed nurses, and we better figure this out, or it's going to be really uncomfortable for a lot of people in the next couple of years.
Seems like the utility companies and all those emergency relief kind of companies should know how to work with you. Well, I want to thank you for your time, and I want to make sure that is there anything we didn't get to ask you that you wanted to throw in there?
No, you know, Gale's here to help. Gale's here to provide solutions for people, and what we say is we put a person at a place for a time. And I think what's going to happen over the next couple of years is Gale today is in the healthcare industry, paying people daily. What's going to happen over the next few years is Gale starts doing it in more industries as well. There's a lot of hourly employees that need access to their cash, not every 2 weeks. And that's what's going to be the future of all this, is getting people that work every day, paid every day. And that's what we're working towards. So.
And I think, you know, at Elevate Inc., we have so much enjoyed working with you. We're excited to continue working with you.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate you helping our community, helping our city. And what we'll do is we'll make sure all your contact information, your website is on our page here. And again, we want to invite you back when we want to be there. You know, when you go Gale International, is that a thing?
Well, we actually have talked about going to the UK, but with COVID, with lockdowns, we can't. So, yeah, it is a big deal. And we can do it with our technology as soon as we can travel.
It'll be so great to have Gale's headquarters here internationally and nationally. Well, Tony Braswell, thank you so much for being on our podcast. This is Aakash Patel with Elevate Inc., and you've been watching episode 10 of season 1. Thanks so much for joining.